Field of Screams. Bel'Shir is littered with mines, and each one can only be destroyed by either you or your partner. You must work together in order to clear a path for Stetmann's bots. Communicate, coordinate, and conquer. Alright, so today we're gonna be playing this week's mutation mission in StarCraft 2, and of course, we're gonna be completing it on the brutal difficulty. Now, friends of mine mentioned that apparently this week's mutation mission is a very tricky one, so let's have a quick look at the mutators, because I have yet to give it a try. First off, we've got Polarity, which is a very difficult one already. Each enemy unit is immune to either your units or your allies' units, which means that you have to work together if you want to achieve anything. And secondly, we've got Minesweeper. Groups of Widow Mines and Spider Mines are buried throughout the battlefield, and also these will have that Polarity perk to them. And on top of that, we're gonna be playing on the Missed Opportunities map, where we indeed have to go ahead and escort Stetmann's bots. Alright, so once more, I'm grouped up together with Sushi, and we've been talking about a strategy for a little while, and this is what we've come up with. We're gonna be playing with both Artanis as well as Nova. I'm gonna be playing Artanis here, and the idea behind that is that we first off have got the Guardian Shell that will, rather than killing units from, for example, the Widow Mines, they will instead be remaining with 1 HP for a little while. Instead, it can only happen every couple of minutes, but it should still help out quite a bit against all of the mines that will be planted all throughout the map. And on top of that, our late game composition is going to be really good with a lot of Tempests, and early game I'll probably focus on a few Dragoons, just because we will need some range to pick off the mines from a distance. And of course, Nova herself is incredible, because Nova herself is a detector. I think you can get it for like 75 minerals and 75 gas in the early game. It's going to be very powerful, so I think this should be at the very least reasonable. As far as my mastery points go, I got the Guardian Shell Life and Shield Restoration, which is just a given. It's very, very good. Secondly, we've got the speed increase for warped in units, which is also very powerful. And last but not least, we got the initial and maximum Spear of Adun energy, which I think will be really helpful in the early game, in particular when we're still trying to secure our expansions. Alright, well, here goes nothing. Time to set up my hotkeys.
Hi, Commanders. I thought everyone had forgotten about me out here. The hallucinations are the only visitors I've had. I guess that's Terrazine for you. Speaking of, someone has been destroying my harvesting bots. Could you provide an escort for them?
Sure, we can try, Mr. Stetmann. Oh god. Already, so there are Widow Mines buried pretty much everywhere. I was hoping we might be able to see them on the mini-map, but it doesn't look like it. Yeah, I'm seeing that right now. He's got a Widow Mine literally hitting his mineral line already, which is probably not a good idea. Anyway, so I was thinking about starting up with a few Dragoons here, just because they've got some range in the early game. And on top of that, they should be able to pick off the mines from a bit of distance without them dying. I'm not sure if that's actually going to work, but I think it should be alright, because if we go straight into Stargate, it may be a little too aggressive. Of course, we want to make sure that we get the early game pressure dealt with as well. I'm probably going to be able to use my Spear of Adun for that, though. Just fine. And of course, all of my units will have 3 charges available as well, so I don't really need to like warp in right away. Of course, also with that speed boost that I got in my mastery point, it's probably better if I don't warp in until the very last second. Regardless, I do want to try and see if I can get my expansion up. Now I'm gonna move the thing over, but look at that. It's probably gonna be a bunch of Widow Mines and a bunch of Spider Mines located here. Looks like we're safe though. Alright, I actually didn't assume that we would be. Interestingly enough. Alright, so I have to make sure that I set up a pylon here as well, just so we can make sure that we can get our expansion up. My expo seems alright. I was a little worried there that there might be a bunch of annoying little mines as well on that path, but looks like we're alright. We'll queue up a few more workers here, and I'll also set over my charge point here to start dealing some damage to the rocks.
The enemy is coming for us. Templar, ready your blades.
I think I got enough here for the first wave at least. We'll also make sure to get a Dragoon. And I'll hotkey that thing just a little bit differently. Yeah, so he's already researching it right here. The Caduceus reactor, that will make this a little easier for him.
Ooh, I've located a soon-to-be active geyser.
We're gonna have to escort that though. Actually, come to think of it, we will have to escort that thing before it starts moving out on the map, because I'm pretty sure the mines will kill everything if we're not careful. Alright, there we go. Got my first observer.
Ready for combat.
Hostile Terran forces.
Okay, so these should actually not be all too strong. There should be something we can easily deal with. Okay, so there are indeed mines here. Sadly, they will be able to hit my units very aggressively as well. Ooh.
Jeez, commanders, can't you keep a hold of aggro?
Maybe I should just let Nova pick these things off. That should probably be a good idea. Although already, though, there's a lot of stuff.
Sending a bot to collect the geyser's terrazine. Don't let it get destroyed.
I'm secretly hoping that Nova will be enough here. Already, though, it's taken so much damage.
I can't afford to lose any more bots, commanders. They're all I have left.
We're gonna have to restart this. Attempt number 2. This time around, I'm not even creating a pylon or any probes here in the early game until I get my gateway going. Because I need the ranged upgrade in the Twilight Council for my Dragoons.
The hallucinations are the only visitors I've had. I guess that's terrazine for you. Speaking of, someone has been destroying my harvesting bots. Could you provide an escort for them?
So the idea here is that I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Twilight Council upgrade as early as I possibly can. Yeah, there is one already. Alright, alright. Well, we're gonna have to one-base this for a little while longer anyway. Anyway, so I'm grabbing myself the warp gate really early on, just so I can make sure that I can get my cybernetics core. And then also, oh, so he can see the shield icon that it's located there. Oh, I didn't understand. Anyway, just so I can get my ranged upgrade for the Dragoons really early on. Because we need to have something that can easily outrange the Widow Mines. Because in that previous attempt, I mean, all of the stuff just sort of died. On top of that, I don't think we should take the expansions until, like, after we killed the first wave. Or, like, the very first bunch of bots have returned their... Or the very first bot, I suppose. The first bots have, like, returned their terrazine. Because it's gonna be very difficult if we get a little more greedy. So I'm right here, hoping that I can go ahead and grab myself the Twilight Council here early on, as well as the robotics facility. We'll focus on the Twilight Council first, because we really only need a single detector, although the detector that I did have ended up dying really rapidly. Not quite what I had anticipated. There we go, so now we can create Dragoons. And secondly, I'll also be getting my robotics bay, or my robotics facility here. Of course, I do want to continuously produce probes at this point, because otherwise I'm just going to run out of resources, and I just can't really afford that either. There we go. And next up, I think we'll go ahead and put up a pylon here too, just so we can cover this entire area, and I can warp over with my power field towards the battle.
Detecting enemy forces. Templar.
There we go.
Prepare to intercept.
Yeah, so there we go. Singularity charge is what it's called. Increases Dragoon range by 2, which should be really important here. We're gonna start researching that, and then probably also the Trillic Compression Mesh, which is an absolutely brilliant name.
Looks like a geyser's about to become active. One of my bots will depart for it shortly.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to move together. That's like the most important part, I suppose.
Seems like we could use a defensive drone. I've got visual on enemy protoss.
There we go.
That's one hell of a healing device.
I want to try and get this thing as well. Compression mesh, 40 additional HP should be good. Okay. We need to escort this thing though. There we go.
My bot is departing now. It's
Yeah, look at that
fully
range
automated,
increase.
so all you have to do
That's
is keep it
perfect.
alive. Yes, it's alive.
Perfect.
It's alive.
Calm down, Statman.
Sorry.
It's alright, buddy. Ooh. Oh, there's one right there in the back.
I see you, enemy scum. They're going to attack my bots, commanders.
Well, I was thinking about Tempest, but maybe we shouldn't even consider that.
Enemy forces have converged on my bots. Everybody get in there.
There we go. The fact that I can outrange this now, though, with Dragoons is a really big deal. Like, that makes life way easier. Plus, we got a ton of detection here now as well. I think we got enough observers already. Can I not put them in, like, what's it called? Yeah, surveillance mode. There we go. It should be really helpful here as well.
Oh, the harvesting bot is returning now. You'll have to continue guarding it until it
right.
arrives.
I'm going to try and get my expansion going here. I think we can really only settle up one of them here initially. So, okay, so I can attack this one. I don't think he can now, right? Well, it shouldn't be.
Whew! My bots have returned. Looks like I won the bet this time, Bel'Shir.
There we go. Very good. And I think if we're gonna focus on a gateway-based army, we should probably get some resource going as well.
Oh, more geysers are on the way.
Okay. I want to try and move over there. Maybe I should just put my observers in like surveillance mode here for a while. You go right over there. And just like stop hotkeying them. Okay. Okay, we need to go. It's gonna be... Oh man. That was actually a little too risky there by me, I guess.
There go the bots. They grow up so fast. Daddy loves you!
The ones with the little shields, Lowko, you can't hit them.
Bringing a defensive drone on.
Of course, that also includes the enemy units.
Coming after my bots. Stop them, commanders! The enemy's attacking my bots. Jeez, commanders! Can't you keep a hold of aggro?
The units themselves shouldn't be that big of an issue. I think we can deal with those, but I don't have enough gas right now, which is a little unfortunate. I guess we'll just continue building probes for the time being.
These guys are smashing my bots to pieces. I really don't want to pick up after them.
Ooh, this is not easy though. Alright.
Shielding our warriors now.
Much appreciated.
Okay, that was a rather expensive move there though. Not gonna make that sound any better than it was.
Little bots, the commanders will protect you.
Ooh, beautiful. So these are the ones I just simply, like he just simply can't attack. I'm trying my best here, but the thing is like Dragoons and whatnot, they're alright, but they're not incredible.
We will meet them head on.
Like they do a reasonable amount of damage, but they're not like the strongest unit in the game, that's for certain. Okay, we're gonna have to grab this expansion here.
Commanders, bots. Oh, those are mine. And they have Terrazine.
At least once they kill, or once we kill them once, we're gonna be okay.
I think I have a little less than half the Terrazine I need. I guess I'll be sending out more bots.
Okay, very good. I should probably consider... Oh god.
Activating defensive drone.
Seismic activity detected. That can only mean one thing. More geysers!
Okay, very good. That was actually pretty good.
I'm taking Terrazine directly out of the majestic Bel'Shir gliders.
Okay.
You might want to stop them if you can, commanders.
I will have him lead.
So I'm not saying you have to, but if you want to free that Bel'Shir glider I mentioned, you don't have all day.
I don't think the zealots are particularly great here. Nice. That nuke is going to be helpful.
My Templar have taken a long.
My bots really want to get to the Terrazine. Oh, they're kind of impatient, so I'm letting them out now.
I think I just lost pretty much everything over there. I thought we cleared out all of the things there. I guess there must have been like a little bit remaining. Widow mines are surprisingly tanky. I mean, my units are not looking that impressive right now. Like, my composition in general is not looking that incredible.
Once made to last forever and being destroyed. My bots, of course! What's that noise? Oh, it's just my precious bot going up in flames!
Oh my god.
One more, and we're toast!
This is gonna be really difficult because my late game army is really bad. I mean, if I focus on a gateway based army, right, it's alright if I get some upgrades going, but I'm really not allowed to get very many here. I don't think we got enough here. I don't think I've got enough army. I mean, I've been trying my best to make as much stuff as I can, but it doesn't seem like I got enough. You know what I mean? Like, I need enough. I need a lot of early game units to try and make this work, and I just don't think I've got enough stuff here. I've been trying to get all of my researches going and whatnot. I've been trying to get as much here as we can. We already ended up losing one of the bots just now, and while we can hold on to this one, the next wave is going to be really hard.
My money's on Gary. He always gets the best oil.
You can put your money on Gary all you want, but like...
Bel'Shir glider's not long for this world, Commanders. You'll miss your chance if you don't save it soon.
Trying to make as much stuff as I can, which is still doable, but I don't know. We need to clear. One of them is gonna go in this direction. I don't know if you've got enough. We'll keep on trying here, though. We need to learn how to do this better anyway.
That's a good little bot. Welcome home. I missed you so much. Are my Terrazine tanks half empty or half full? Huh. This wouldn't be a problem if they were completely full. Wow. You really just let that thing die? And I thought I knew you.
Our adversaries intend to eliminate
Okay.
us.
We are actually getting a reasonably big army now, though. Ooh. Well, I said that right before cleaning up this entire thing. Actually, we need to go this way. Yeah. Oh. Oh my god, so much stuff! Alright, that was beautiful. Except that he can't kill everything with that single charge. Actually, I'm pretty sure the rest of this is all meant to be killed by me. He's just sort of being a meat wagon at this point, where he's taking a bunch of the hits, but other than that, it's all up to my Dragoons to try and do enough damage. And as you can see, they really aren't that amazing. Maybe I should start warping in some Immortal. That could work out. It's just that, like, at this point, we should be clearing out a lot of this stuff. I'll start getting in some Immortals here. I think that's actually a really good idea, come to think of it. Okay.
You know what I'm about to say, right? Huh? That there are more geysers on the way? God, out of my head!
We need to be really careful about this area over here. We're actually doing it, though. I thought we were maybe gonna, like, lose this part already, but it's not as bad as I anticipated it would be. We just need to clear out this path. I think having more Immortals earlier would have been a really good help. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and put up a second one of those things. Okay.
Bots are on their way, Commanders. Please keep the little guys out of trouble.
Okay. Get those cleared out very nicely. Okay. Wait, there's something?
What's this? Enemy forces
Oh, I didn't see
en route
those.
to my bots?
Well spotted.
It's just like Bel'Shir said. Looks like they trapped another Bel'Shir glider. You know what to do, or not do, Commanders. The Bel'Shir glider's Terrazine won't last forever. If you want to save it, you'll have to do it before it's completely drained.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, this part is gonna be an issue. Normally you can split up your stuff quite well. I got solar bombardment here as well.
Stop the enemy from breaking my stuff!
I'll go ahead and activate it. That should clear up that entire army there. Okay, very good. That does mean that, though, for the final wave, we're not gonna have it available, which is going to be the one next.
Hey, they're attacking my bots! Commanders!
Activating emergency shields.
Glad you're on my side.
Very good. So this one should be good and taken care of. Coming in. Coming in. As soon as I can. I'm not that fast.
The bots are returning to me now. I I can always count on them
Ooh.
to do that.
Actually,
Unlike
if we would have had,
people,
if we would have prevented that
my
one from,
bots are under
no,
attack.
no, 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 no,
My
no.
bots are under attack.
Okay, no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. No, 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 please, 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 please.
Good morning, commanders. The enemy's eating my bots for breakfast.
Oh my god, this is a difficult one.
Prepare to defend.
Okay, this one is so low though.
Now, I'll never finish my research. Do you have any idea what I've been through on this planet?
This is a difficult one. This was a surprisingly good attempt though, everything considered. Alright, attempt number 3. Now we're gonna make 2 minor changes, because the previous one was actually pretty alright. I think we did, you know, better than anticipated. After losing the very first bolt, I thought we maybe should have just restarted right away, but it actually went surprisingly well afterwards as well. So we're gonna make 2 changes. First off, we're gonna not lose that first bolt. I mean, that very first bolt, I don't think we needed to lose that one. And secondly, I'm not even gonna attempt to start switching to air anymore either. Because in the previous attempt, I wasn't really getting my Twilight Council upgrades for my Zealots early enough, and I didn't start warping in Immortals early enough either. I think we should probably consider adding those units on earlier, and not really worry too much about super high tier units either. So once again, I'm gonna open up the exact same way. We're gonna make sure that we get ourselves that robotics facility as well as the Twilight Council upgrades really early on. And we're gonna delay our own expansion. Now I'm gonna use this. Oh my god, so many things. I see tons of stuff. Whew, so many things there. I was gonna say, it seems a little bit random on like where the mines are distributed. I mean, on the previous attempt there weren't very many at all on the initial bolt, and you know, at the end there were tons. Maybe it's the other way around on this one. If we could clear out the early game, we probably should be in our alright position. Of course, I do want to make sure that I get myself a pylon up here as well. There we go. Get myself the Twilight Council. And very shortly, I also want to make sure here that I'm getting myself my robotic facility. So that way we can get our observers once again. Maybe I should even add on some of the other robotics units later on as well, if I've got the resource to do so. But regardless, I think this should be our early game opener. I don't really like the Dragoons though.
Against us. We will meet them head on.
Yeah, maybe the bot will instantly die. I don't know. We should defend it. But of course, we do need detection here. And I'm not gonna have it for another little while. We do need that singularity.
I've located a soon-to-be active geyser. Make sure to escort
This may be a
the
tricky
bots
one,
to
though.
harvest it.
Oh god, we are going up against Zerg this time. We need, we're gonna need Nova. I'm not able to, like, warp in anything but Dragoons right now, which is a little bit tricky. I mean, if I warp in anything else, we're gonna be in trouble. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. We need to clean this out early. No way, right? Look at that!
Please, please, stop the enemy from breaking my stuff!
Look how dirty that is! What? No way! It's spawned. Alright, attempt number 4. Now, that previous one was just plain unlucky, right? I really like the mutator, but whenever like RNG, whenever like randomness is involved, where mines can just randomly spawn right in the middle of your cart, apparently, right in front of it. I mean, there was no way we could have saved that one, right? It's definitely a little tricky. It's definitely a little tricky. Anyway, regardless, we're just gonna have to keep on trying and hope we get something good. Apparently there is a mine literally right out there, which can be a little painful. The mines can actually shoot at your first mineral line right from the get-go. That's painful. That's painful. Alright, well, we'll get a good set of RNG here eventually, so all we can really do is try and perfect the strategy. I don't know if Zerglings would have also been the ideal choice for us. I'm not sure. Because, of course, like, if I'm gonna focus on Dragoons early game, right? I really do need to make sure that I'm simply getting them out as early as I can. I definitely can't afford making the Zealot upgrades in the Twilight Council first, because we need that Dragoon range. So, we'll see. Anyway, I couldn't really have played it very different, I don't think, in the previous attempt. It's just, like, unlucky that there's a bunch of mines right outside of the very first spot. Doesn't seem to be the case this time around, but that means that they're somewhere else on the map. There's probably, like, a set amount, I would imagine. There we go. Once again, though, we'll focus on ground-based units. I do need to make sure that I get myself a pylon set up here, too. So we can move over my little circle in just a bit. And we actually have got a reasonable economy here already.
Company. Enemy forces are gunning for us.
There we go. Okay, so that's full saturation on that single base of mine. Full saturation here. Very nice. Gonna be able to start up my Twilight Council upgrades very early on. And I'm actually just gonna queue up, I think, that Trillic compression mesh, just because we need it anyway.
Like a geyser's
Ooh, this is actually pretty good for me.
active. One of my bots will depart for it shortly.
Ooh, although I'm a little worried here that I maybe shouldn't have queued it up. I'm not sure. Oh, no, we're gonna be okay. Of course, the defensive drone is stupid good at this. Maybe I shouldn't be queuing up those upgrades.
That's one hell of a healing device.
There we go.
Research complete.
My bot is departing now. It's fully automated, so all you have to do
There
is
we
keep
go.
it alive. Yes, it's alive! It's alive! Sorry.
This is good, though. I mean, one of them may hit there, but that's fine. That's totally okay.
I'm picking up some hostile forces headed for my bots. They must really want that terrazine.
We'll try and get the Zealot upgrades here next. The earlier we get those, the better it will be. The Zealots are going to be suicidal, but at least, you know, they should do reasonably well. We're going to need another observer here as well. Alright, well,
My
actually,
bots are taking damage! Terrible,
I'll let-
terrible damage!
I'll let Nova clean those up. Oh, of course, actually, she can't. Although the Hellions aren't that big of a deal anyway.
Back. It's scared, so you should keep it company.
Okay, we need to try and get an expansion up here ASAP, because I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot without it.
Whew! My bots have returned. Looks like I won the bet this time, Bel'Shir.
Very good.
Bel'Shir says that some more geysers are opening up soon. Don't worry, if you can't hear her, she only talks to me.
That must be placed on a Vespine geyser.
Okay. Oh man. So much loss.
I knew I could.
I don't know if you got enough here. That was really painful.
Sending out the best of my bots. Best of what's left, anyway.
I tried my best there, but that was a tricky one. I got my solar bombardment ready to go, though. As long as I can rebuild the stuff here as well, we're gonna be okay.
Enemies are headed for my bots! What a bunch of jerks. Hey, they're attacking my bots! Commanders!
Okay. And I also want to try and get my forge going here if we can. Okay. I'm just gonna have to clean this up, but look how little my damage is in comparison to his, right? I can, you know, I can of course switch here to a bunch of other units as well. We'll go ahead and use the aggression just like that. We probably need to start clearing.
Bots to come back. Hate it when they're out there all night without giving me a call.
Your allies are in battle.
Seems
Okay.
like we could use.
Who's attacking my bots? Jeez, commanders, can't you keep a hold of aggro?
Enemies on the offensive.
I was hoping we
Prepare to
might be able
defend.
to like start clearing it early. There we go.
Good news, commanders. My bots have brought me Terrazine. Well, it's
We need to
good news
go.
for me.
You have not enough minerals. You have not
We need to go. Man.
I think I have a little less than half the Terrazine I need. I guess I'll be sending out more bots.
I don't really want to fight a bunch of siege tanks like that. We need to start cleaning up though, because if we don't start clearing up this area, we're gonna be in a lot of trouble. Okay.
Looks like there will be more geysers.
Okay, we need to go. We need to go.
You can always count on Bel'Shir to provide what you need.
Do you want to go? Where do you want to go first? This way? All right.
This is an outrage. The enemy is draining the Terrazine from the
We have
Bel'Shir
no
gliders.
time for bonus
We have to
objectives,
stop
I'm
it.
afraid.
Or not. Your choice. But once the Bel'Shir glider's Terrazine is gone, it'll be dead. So try to free it sooner than later. If you have a heart.
I
that
don't
is.
know where his army is. Come. Come. The Marines were just derping
Bringing
around.
Defensive drone online.
Alright, alright.
I think the bots are telling me they're rolling out. I could be wrong. They've lied to me before. Those little miscreants.
Once again, though, I'm losing so much stuff here. I just simply can't build up
Here
a
come the
suitable
bad
army.
guys. Who are they again?
Got nothing. Alright, so here we go again. I don't know, is this attempt number 5? Something like that. Anyway, regardless, my ally has now switched over to some Zagara instead. And I actually really do like Zagara, just because in the multiplayer version of StarCraft 2, if your opponent is going really heavily in Terran vs. Zerg, right? If he's going really heavily into Widow Mines, and mines in general, it's going to be very helpful to build a bunch of banelings. And of course, Zagara will be getting herself a bunch of free banelings every couple of seconds or so. So I'm assuming here that she should be at least a reasonably good choice. On top of that, of course, her army is really replaceable. So we'll try and see if this works a little bit better. Nova was quite good as well, though, so we'll see. I don't know exactly. It felt like my army was the one that was mostly lacking. But the Guardian Shell is just so powerful. You know, the Guardian Shell just keeps our units alive at 1 HP instead. I'm not entirely sure. It's just that a gateway-based army, it's really good if you can max out on it, right? But I'm not really allowed to max out on it because I lose it constantly. So look at them. They're already a bunch of free banes. Not entirely sure actually how they work with the Guardian Shell. But at least early game I should be safe. And once again I'll queue up
Looks
that
like a
Trillic
geyser's
compression
about
mesh.
to become active. One of my bots will depart for it shortly.
There we go. Ooh, we got some money banelings! Ba-da-da-da-dum. Oh snap, of course. Not all of them can... Oh god. Not all of them can actually deal any damage. Oh man, am I really gonna have to be... Okay, fine.
My bots are
How
taking
clumsy.
damage. Terrible damage.
No! It blew up before it even left its base. Now, if there are mines literally right outside of the spawn of the first bot, I mean, there's really no way we can easily clean it up. Zagara just proposed to simply just suicide in a bunch of Zerglings to try and eat the mine hits, which I guess would be alright for the early game, but still, like, we did have that on our second attempt, right? That was just sort of like very unlucky, I suppose, for us. Because there's not a whole lot we can change about that. I mean, there's really no way for me to properly get units over there in time to try and deal with it. I assumed, by the way, in the early game of the previous one that I didn't really need to make any units initially. Not quite true. I think I'm just gonna get the ranged upgrade initially. Because the other one that gives the Dragoons additional health is definitely good. But it's a little expensive, and let's be honest, against mines it doesn't really seem to matter a whole lot anyway, because everything just sort of blows up. Yeah, so far, I mean... The first attempts were significantly better than the ones we've had here over the last few minutes. Not quite what I was hoping for. Not quite what I was hoping for. Hey, you should get back to mining. Of course, once again, do want to get my robotics facility here, ASAP. Maybe I shouldn't be mining this much gas. I'm a little heavy on the gas side right now. We'll put those guys back in the gas in just a bit. Just need to make sure that I get some more probes. As well as a little bit more minerals here, or a couple more minerals. So I can build up a pylon here too.
An enemy attack approaches our base. It must be dealt with.
Okay, there we go. But once again, make sure that we get the singularity charge. And then shortly, I'm going to start warping in some of these beautiful Dragoons as well. Although ideally, I wait with them for as long as I can.
The first geyser should be opening up soon. I'll send a bot out for it when it does.
Leaving instructions.
Seems to be going to his base. Okay, it's a Protoss. That's actually alright. Look how little damage this stuff does, though. It's crazy. Doesn't seem to be like there's a whole lot of shenanigans right now, though. Okay, so we just have to like lead the charge here. No, it looks like there's not that many mines, or maybe they're already all set up. I guess that's also what Zagara could be really useful for. There we go. Is that a spider mine or a widow mine? I'm not sure. Ooh, there's a whole lot over there.
Sending a bot to collect the geyser's terrazine. Don't let it get destroyed.
Maybe I should get the charge first. I will start overmaking some workers here as well. The idea being... Actually, this works out quite well with like...
Have they no respect for science?
Huh, that's kind of cool actually. I really like the idea of the spider mine sort of being taken care of by just a handful of zerglings. That seems awfully powerful. Ooh, well, I don't know about that. Actually, that works out quite well as well. Look at that. We can start clearing this out already, I guess. Better than just simply standing about. The observer in their range mode or their siege mode, I suppose. Really helpful too.
A successful terrazine harvest. Now that bot just has to make it home safely.
Yeah, so all these free units of Zagara, they're sacrificing themselves. But it's at the very least working out at, like, early game here. Nice.
Well, it's good news for me.
This is really nice, actually. I didn't anticipate it going this smoothly here.
Do you hear that? It's the terrazine moving beneath the surface. Oh, more geysers are on the way.
Okay. Try and get this base out as soon as we can. Of course, we gotta make sure that we get some detection over here as well.
I built these bots myself in a cave with a box of scraps, so I'd appreciate it if they came back intact.
There we go. Putting these guys right out there. And that way, we should have detection here for days.
Commanders, I am detecting enemy movement toward the bots.
Very nice. Actually, this is going way better than I thought it would. Not sure if we got enough just yet, but at least we're building up a, you know, a reasonable force here. We don't really care for the bonus objective, of course. Because once again, that will only give us 2000 XP, whereas completing this mutation will give us roughly... Oh man, he's still killing a lot of my stuff. Will give us roughly 185,000, which I would say is a little bit better. Very good.
Terrazine tank is full. My bots are making the return trip now. Don't let them get away from you.
Still got my solar bombardment here ready to go as well. Okay.
Enemy forces detected. Prepare our defense.
Woo, my bots are back. That means it's tea time.
The T
The T is for Terrazine.
stands for terrorism. Okay.
I think I have a little less than half the Terrazine I need. I guess I'll be sending out more bots.
I do need to make sure that I get my... Yeah. Oh my god, I haven't gotten that one just yet. I did get the spinny spin research already. Hold on, let me get that real quick here.
Seismic activity detected. That can only mean one thing. More geysers!
I think that should be worth it.
Oh, what? They're siphoning the Terrazine from Bel'Shir's fauna. Commanders, try to free it if you can.
I need to be careful though, because I don't have that much army.
Won't last forever. If you want to save it, you'll have to do it before it's completely drained.
Man, they got so many things. Try to add on here as much as I can, but like...
I think the bots are telling me they're rolling out, but I could be wrong. They've lied to me before. Those little miscreants.
Okay. I don't think I don't know if I've got enough anti-air here.
Attack my bots. Don't let them do that.
So many mines everywhere. Oh man. Huge hits there once again. I don't know if we've got enough here though to like defend against both of them. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of units that will be moving here very shortly. I got a few units. I got like no army. Look at my army size, right? Look at the amount of stuff I actually have. I've got very little anti-airs. The Phoenixes just pick it up. I got no AA. Can you make stuff for AA? Because I lose all of my things. I can't build up an army. They pick it up. I'm gonna need some help for building up a force, because I...
Time for the bots to come back. I hate it when they're out there all night without giving me a call.
I'm thinking here what other anti-air units I could make. I mean, Tempests are pretty good, but they're also really expensive. Look at that, I can't...
If you were ever planning on it anyway.
I can't have any units here. I don't have any units. Look at it. It's kind of insane. I can't build up a whole lot. I'm gonna have to back up here and try and get more stuff. I guess I could try and build up a Stargate here as well and get some, you know, air units, but it's not gonna be a lot. It's not gonna be a lot.
The bots are back.
I can't build up any units. What's my strongest anti-air unit? I'm trying to think here what I could build, but like... It will be picked up right away though.
Oh, that creature's Terrazine is gone, and so is its life.
Oh my god, I got nothing. I got like no units here. That's kind of the main issue. I could add on more gateways and whatnot, but like...
Intend to eliminate us. Templar, greet them in kind.
So I can't attack these. I can try and move onwards though. These units take forever killing Phoenixes. Wish I could just make Stalkers. I mean, I can use it here, I guess. Just to buy myself a little bit more time, but...
Great job, commanders. My bots are safe and sound. Do you do this sort of thing often? Man, collecting Terrazine is hard work. We've only got about half of what I need.
Your allies are in battle.
I can't really counter him. Oh, I thought those were his to kill.
You know what I'm about to say, right? Huh?
Alright,
You got
alright.
more
This is still good,
geysers
though.
On the way? God, out of my head!
I can build my own phoenixes. But it's just that they're probably just gonna end up dying. We're gonna need something else, though. Oh no. Can you please stop killing all my stuff? I can't kill this thing. Oh, I can? No, I can't. Alright.
There go the bots.
Daddy loves you!
Daddy loves you!
Actually, phoenixes may be a good idea because they automatically pick everything up.
They're coming after my bots. Stop them, commanders!
I wonder. Sadly, I'm not Carrick's good with this, you know, with the bots, I guess. I wonder if I should maybe just hotkey these things. And just like... Well, I got a lot of idle workers, actually. I guess those must have been the ones that got picked up over time. Still, though, so little army supply, right? We may have to give up one.
My bots are under attack! My bots are under attack!
Phoenixes seem surprisingly good because they can lift up all of the mines before they can actually seem to get a shot off. Okay. Not sure if we needed to.
Bots are heading back to base. Be careful.
I can't do anything against these things. I just can't kill them fast enough. Freaking oracles! Finally, getting to clean these things up. Dragoons aren't the fastest unit in the game, that's for certain.
I sense an attack coming for us. Be ready.
Okay. Okay. And actually, I think we may have just returned all of them. I wonder if I should have gotten some upgrades on these as well.
That's a good little bot. Welcome home.
Alright, alright, alright. So this wasn't starting off incredible. Okay, we need to go there. We need to spend a bunch of time here, clearing up as much of this as we can. So that should actually make this already a little easier, because we're gonna clean up a lot of things. He's gonna suicide and Zerglings to hit all of the, or to like eat all of the hits. This is going to be the final wave up next.
Bots! Oh, those are mine. And they have Terrazine.
Okay.
I've got almost all the Terrazine I need. Keep it up, commanders. Yeesh. They're really doubling down on this living Terrazine extraction plan. Maybe we should put a stop to it. But once the Bel'Shir glider's Terrazine is gone, it'll be dead. So try to free it sooner than later. If you have a heart, that is.
I thought the observers, or the overseers rather, would see that, but...
These are the last of the geysers. The last of their kind. All alone in the depths of space.
Okay. I think we actually may have this. I'm not sure yet, but I think we may actually have enough here. A tricky one. A really difficult one. I've got units spread out everywhere. I'll get one more observer here as well. I guess to just sort of put it out here in the middle, in between the things. I wonder how long my units were on idle for, though, because I had quite a few there. Okay. Look at the mini-map right now, right? We got so much vision. So much, like, detection ready to go. We got detection for days.
Forces headed for my bots. They must really want that terrazine.
Alright. Okay, very nice.
Hey, they're attacking my bots! Commanders!
I think we're okay.
Glider is almost dead, commanders. It's now or never. Literally, you can choose either one.
Man, Scorch is good. Solar bombardment will be ready here soon. If we clean this up though, they're all gonna be harvesting, which seems to be the case. While I still don't have a whole lot of supply here, I'm desperately trying to kill whatever I can. It looks like all of it is falling. Oh, there's so many void rays. I mean, maybe I should have gotten some more upgrades.
Drained that creature completely dry. Bel'Shir is going to be so mad about this. Okay, the bots should be on their way back.
Okay.
I need that terrazine, commanders, for my experiments.
Shoot. Kill that one. I think we got it. I think we got it. I think we just did it. That solar bombardment actually right there was a really important one. We can actually lose one, right? So I mean, as long as we bring a few of these home, we're gonna be alright. And I think that means, even though this wasn't perfect... Ooh, we need to defend this wave. Even though this wasn't perfect by any stretch. As long as we defend against this stuff, we should be alright. Whew! And they're being returned right now. The two that we really cared for are already bringing back the things that we mostly needed. And even though it's very late on into the match, I'm finally starting to build up a force that can actually shoot down the air units, it seems like. Alright-ish. Reasonably well-ish. I think suiciding in the Zerglings there to eat a lot of the Widow Mine hits and the Spider Mine hits turned out to be a correct decision, because it allowed me to eventually start building up a force here. And I think we got it. I think we got it. Without a single one being lost. But I'm not gonna lie. Really easy. Easy peasy. No, this one was really hard. Not gonna lie. It wasn't particularly straightforward.
Yes! I can finally finish this research and get off this godforsaken rock. I'm sorry, Bel'Shir. I didn't mean it like that.
And there we have it. Victory on the Field of Screams. Tons of mines, tons of Widow Mines, tons of Spider Mines, and basically just a ton of explosions. But eventually we ended up making it here nonetheless. So definitely a very, very solid one. As far as statistics go, we ended up killing almost as much right here as Zagara did. As far as the units that we produce, it's quite a little bit lower, but regardless, you can actually see, like, remember when all of the Phoenixes were lifting up my probes and I had like 11 idle workers there, and I didn't realize it for the longest time? I apparently lost out on about a good 2,000 resources or so, or at the very least, like, you know, in between me also not droning up or probing up my expansion nearly as quickly as he could make drones for it. But regardless, that was still a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button down below, and if you want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get a notification as soon as next week's mutation mission goes live as well. Other than that, I want to thank you for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile, alright? And I will see you in the next one.